A strong and diverse business community of mainly SMEs that works closely with internationally recognized knowledge institutions in the region in public-private partnerships with regional governments. That is the strength of East Netherlands. As a result, this region has a highly innovative digital industry, an advanced medical sector, smart energy solutions, stimulates clean and circular production, and provides the global foundation for smart food production. The key enabling technologies that make this possible are developed here in the East Netherlands. The region is great in small things, with a European top position in nanotechnology, photonics, and the semicon industry. In the coming years, East Netherlands will be investing heavily in artificial intelligence, AI. In this part of the Netherlands, we have more than 350 companies, over 1,000 scientists, and 14,000 students are working on AI applications for the societal challenges. In order to make AI work, these regional partners join forces in the AI Hub East Netherlands. The digital transition here is based on a human-centered approach to provide the technological opportunities that create economic and social value. The region focuses on fostering digital innovations that make the greatest contribution to societal challenges. First, there is digitalization in the manufacturing industry, digital industries. Far-reaching digitalization, AI, and robotization offer many opportunities. One of East Netherlands' pioneering companies in smart entrepreneuring in AI is Demcon, a company with over 850 employees which produces and supplies technology and innovative products and systems that offer solutions worldwide.
From the Demcon perspective, we're really glad that we're active here in the east part of the Netherlands. The reason is that there are a lot of knowledge institutes and also large companies which are really flagships when it comes to life sciences or health. We're always collaborating with partners that we think are really interesting when looking at, for instance, MedTech. And we're also active in multiple European projects. One example is the Verstal project that we are currently active in. During the pandemic, Demcon developed a respiratory system within 1 month, which was quite an accomplishment. And during that development, we also noticed some challenges, which we are currently investigating in order to make sure that if there comes a future pandemic, that we're better prepared as Europe in order to tackle the problems that we then have. And we are currently developing an AI system which is able to measure the strength of the muscle in order to change the respiratory rate to the patient, which ultimately helps the patient to recover faster. Well, we as Demcon know a lot, but there is only so much we can know. And we're always looking for other institutes, whether it's universities, large companies or SMEs, who have a specific expertise that can also bring us further in the developments that we do. So we really believe that collaboration is the way forward.
The second focus is digitalization in smart energy solutions. To accelerate the energy transition, there is a focus on smart energy hubs with a decentralized mix of green energy resources. The Frauenhofer Project Center is a center which has the task to transfer research into industrial practice, with focus on the development of technological solutions in the area of production processes, production equipment, digital manufacturing, and manufacturing value chain organization.
So the strength of East Netherlands, from our perspective at the Frauenhofer Project Center, is the capacity to grow, and also the types of industries that are here. There's a very broad spectrum of different types of industries, a lot of whom are looking to get guidance from us and from similar organizations and from the universities to develop their interests and to grow themselves. Well, we have a variety of different areas that we work in, and that includes manufacturing systems, AI in manufacturing, digital twinning, etc. So there's a number of key areas. And so if we have companies that have interests and requirements in those spaces, then we will definitely want to work with them. What we then do is we match up projects which might include people from the University of Twente, but then also from our sister institute, the Institute for Production Technology in Aachen, which is another Frauenhofer institute. We look for European funding where it's available, primarily to help the regional development. So we have our advanced manufacturing program. This is a subsidy program which allows industries with common interests to gather together and then to work with us at solving those particular problems. So you might find that there are companies that are actually competing with each other, but joining with us because their problems are very similar. Well, one region's interests are very similar to another. So sharing that experience and being able to work with different regions will help us to just strengthen the whole group of regions. Different companies have different strengths and weaknesses, and knowing what, even if you're not working in the same sector, knowing what works for one company could help you solve your own problems. So networking is also a very critical component of growth in Europe in general.
Another focus is clean and circular, where accelerations are made in the field of smart mobility. By stimulating the use of bikes, e-bikes and port management for sustainable transport over water, the East Netherlands is a pioneer in the use of non-fossil resources. The fourth focus area is digitalization in MedTech and prevention. Medical technology is becoming increasingly digital in terms of hardware, software and applications. In care, everything is connected. Think of digital visits to a GP or surgeons performing operations via a robot. Smart health solutions for the shift from cure to prevention.
The strength of the East Netherlands for CardiacBooster, I think, is the placement. We are near to the University Medical Center, the Radboud UMC, but we have also close relation with the University of Twente. And these highways that have been built, these networks that have been built, we can really use them to attract talent and bring them to the company. We have a couple of European partners. So the most prominent is we work in Ireland with the Balloon and Catheter Group. They build a component of our device and they think with us on how to develop this component. And we have a testing group in Germany, in Aachen. There is a big testing facility that helps us to process our device in testing and see what our strengths and weaknesses are. So we're really looking at national investments, but also international investments to attract them. And following that, we should attract some human capital, some talent. So people who have been building catheters for a while and then they want to work with us. So it's first funding. We are looking really to, we're actually fundraising at the moment. And when we have that capital, we can attract more human capital, so more talents to the region. For us, we have various components which require a huge amount of background knowledge to make the perfect component for us, for our application. So we need to combine these expertise together, and then you need to think of your regulatory strategy or your funding strategy. So device development goes way beyond just that device, right? It has to be placed in the market. You have to have the right team behind it. You have to have the right IP. So no way in hell you can build a device in your garage anymore. That's way too complicated. I do think it helps because I think the Italian people we work with have been really educated in biomedical engineering. We also have this studies in the Netherlands, but they have slightly different views. So you get a nice chemistry, and I think this variance, this variation with different background, different expertise really helps to grow as a company. We have a lot of knowledge, but combining that knowledge, we would be world leader. But you need to connect them. You need to connect the dots. If you don't, then you're lost, right? If everyone stays on their island, speaking German or Spanish or Italian, you're lost, right? So we all should combine our forces and make innovation happen.
The last focus area is smart food production. By working with smart algorithms, improved sensor technology and autonomous machines, new applications are created in the agri-food sector. That's how the Netherlands has become the most efficient food production country in the world, thanks to its solid foundations in the East Netherlands.
East Netherlands is the center of the Dutch food industry. It's the orchard of Gelderland, but it's also the orchard of Europe. And it's where we produce a beautiful, healthy product, which is called fruit. There are different regions which we participate with, especially with our Kansi apple, we participate with Germans and with Belgian regions. But I think we do that not enough. And that's also why we participate in a course like this. I think especially on technology innovation, on data and things like that, we should participate more with other areas, for instance, Südtirol or the Germany or the Belgians, to share those knowledge which is needed to go to the next level in our industry. And the next step is we have to share this with our growers and bring them to the next level. An example of a new system is how we are looking at robots in our packing stations. We need robots to do that, but how can we bring technology from the robot area into our industry? I think in this industry, which is a small, medium enterprise industry, nobody is big enough to do it on himself. So we need collaboration of technology guys, of food guys, of data guys to bring those areas together.
With this focus, and together with regions from all over Europe, we think a step ahead, connect, foster innovations, and support new digital applications for a better, more sustainable and healthier life. Concepts for a healthy life? Smart and sustainable industries? Think East Netherlands.